Today's horoscope, Leo January 8, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. What you want to do and what you think you should be doing can be two very different things today, which can be frustrating. There may also be signs that you need a break from overthinking. Indeed, with Mercury in an awkward aspect to Mars today, there can be some scattering of mental energies, and it can be incredibly challenging to make clear-cut decisions or to center yourself at times. You might be dealing with indecision or a fear of missing out. Nevertheless, there are opportunities to rise above these minor feelings of unrest, particularly if you focus on a work or health initiative that is important to you. The moon moves to the top of your solar chart later today, prompting a focus on some of your broader life goals or ambitions. You're no stranger to ferocity and intensity. However, even if you are not a fan of Mars retrograde cycles, Mars retrograde takes place roughly every 2 years and we are now entering the next phase of it as our red planet returns to Cancer. As the planet of sex and war, Mars must be strong for us to pursue our desires. Yet, when he is asleep, you deal with situations from the past tied to these themes, either to resurrect the situation or relationship or to release it and find closure once and for all. Consider where you're at during this time and if there is anything that is speaking to you to heal or rekindle. Note you may see challenges in relation to family or domestic situations, too. Nobody will be wiser. Put on your brave face when the moon enters Taurus and squares Pluto with Aquarius. On the surface level, you may have everything together in your work life. Everyone else might think that you have it all if they do not know you or your business personally. In reality, there could be massive shifts in your professional commitments, contracts, and connections. Everything that has come to light will inevitably impact your career path. This can become public knowledge if you are ready to talk about these changes. Try to see two sides of every issue today. The cosmic energy may lead you to the mirror, where you may be tempted to be scrutinizing and unforgiving. Be gentle with yourself. Remember that it is what you tell yourself, and not what others say, that most affects how you feel. And you feel good if you accept yourself as you are and do your bit to stay healthy. You may use this energy to recognize and appreciate what works in your life. If your legs work, use them. You will find that certain areas of your life have taken on a tone that is more serious than usual. However, that is to be expected on this day. Utilize your time to complete some of the more intricate tasks that you have been putting aside. Later on, you may wish to engage in some quiet activities that may or may not involve some close friends. If you enjoy writing in your journal, this is a perfect time to do so. Knowing that the moon will return for its first visit to your career sector for the year tomorrow, the moon to your work sector just a few hours later, and before it leaves over the weekend, the south node will return to your income sector for the first time in 17 years. You can afford to hold back. Even the sun, who is now in his final 2 weeks in your work sector, is encouraging you to make the most of the focus the moon and Mercury are putting on the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence. The professional gods want you to go into this with an open mind. When Mercury leaves your romantic sector tomorrow, this will end all planetary activity on the romantic front until later in the year, with a lot of the focus shifting onto your relationships instead. However, with the moon in an adventurous part of your chart and moving towards a friendly aspect to Mercury, as he works to give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page, this is bringing the spirit of romance and adventure together. Daily Planetary Overview. Intense emotions may feel like they're rocking your world when the moon enters Taurus and squares Pluto in Aquarius. You might find it challenging to ground yourself amid these strong feelings, which could catch you off guard. It's during times like these that good coping mechanisms become invaluable. Whether it's through deep breathing, a calming walk in nature, or simply talking to a friend, find what helps you regain your emotional balance. Have you ever had a day where everything felt overwhelming, but a simple act of self-care brought you back to center? When you're full of energy, it becomes easier to tackle important issues. Your clear thinking can help you successfully bring certain situations to a close, allowing you to resolve personal concerns that may have been weighing on you. As you face these challenges head-on, you might notice how your proactive approach leads to positive outcomes. Think back to a time when confronting a difficult situation brought about relief and clarity. Those moments are testaments to your strength and resilience. However, others might perceive your intensity as overwhelming. It's important to temper your enthusiasm with patience and understanding. Remember, everyone makes mistakes, and holding too high of expectations can strain relationships. Have you ever felt frustrated when someone didn't meet your expectations, only to realize later that compassion and understanding would have made the situation better? Taking a step back to consider others' perspectives can prevent unnecessary tension and foster stronger connections. Leaving behind the stresses of everyday life and finding ways to relax can help you rebuild your energy reserves. Even if you're typically outgoing and sociable, there's value in slowing down and focusing on collective goals rather than solely on personal achievements. If you've ever been part of a team where the shared objective took precedence over individual glory, you know how rewarding it can be. Collaboration often brings about the best results, and being open about your intentions can prevent misunderstandings. When you're self-assured and acting with minimal interference from others, it can feel like everything is flowing smoothly. Those around you may be more supportive and approachable, creating a pleasant atmosphere. With this newfound energy, it's easy to feel like you can accomplish anything. However, it's crucial to think about where you want to be in the future. What steps can you take now to prepare for a time when things might not be as easy? Reflecting on your long-term goals can guide your current actions. Complications that have been lurking in the background are starting to become more apparent. Delaying dealing with these issues might only make them more overwhelming. Tackling them head-on, even when it's difficult, can prevent future stress. Have you ever procrastinated on handling a challenge, only to find that addressing it sooner would have been less stressful? Learning from past experiences can empower you to act decisively and effectively. Financially, today might bring some challenges, so it's wise to be cautious to avoid potential losses. Be skeptical of advice from others, as some people might have their own interests in mind. Trust your instincts, and remember that it's okay to take your time making financial decisions. Have you ever felt pressured into a choice, only to later wish you had waited? Being deliberate in your actions can save you from unnecessary setbacks. If you're not feeling as bright or energetic as usual, don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone has days where they're not at their peak. If your health feels compromised, it's essential to avoid overexertion. Recognizing your limits and thinking about ways to improve your lifestyle can lead to a healthier and more balanced outlook. What small changes have you made in the past that had a big impact on your well-being? Sharing these insights could inspire others to make positive changes in their own lives. Navigating through intense emotions and fluctuating energies can be challenging, but with self-awareness and proactive strategies, you can find stability and success. Embrace these moments as opportunities for growth and reflection, and remember to share your journey with others. Your experiences and insights might just be the encouragement someone else needs to find their footing.